Do you like bears? I love bears. They got those big teeth, and they've got those cute little ears, and they've got a long, fluffy tail, and when they take their winter sleep, they can bring that tail around to keep their nose warm. What? Bears don't have long, fluffy tails? Well, I'll tell you what happened. A long time ago, Bear lay down by the side of the river, and he fell asleep. And while he was sleeping, his long, fluffy tail fell into the water. Well, he woke up because he felt a tug on that tail. And when he flipped it up, there's a fish on the end. Bears love fish. So he ate it. And then he laid back down to continue his nap. And while he was sleeping, his long, fluffy tail fell in the water again. Well, he woke up because there's something tugging on that tail. And when he flipped it up, there was another fish. So he ate that too. And then Bear sat down and started to think. So he scratched his ear with his paw. Go ahead, you can scratch your ear with your paw. And then Bear threw his tail in the water, and he waited. And sure enough, there was a tug on the tail. He flipped it up. There was a fish on the end. So he set it down, and he threw his tail in the water, and he waited for another tug and another fish. Bear was fishing all afternoon, and got a huge pile of fish. Well, the other animals came to see what Bear was doing, and they said, "Bear, you fish well. How about sharing some of that fish?" And Bear said, "No, they're my fish. I'm not sharing." And the other animals said, "Bear, the fish are starting to spoil. They don't smell so good. They're going to be rotten by the time you eat them all." And Bear said, "No, they're my fish. I'm not sharing." Well, the other animals decided they needed to teach that greedy bear a lesson. And so they all sat down and they scratched their ear with their paw. Go ahead, scratch your ear with your paw. They couldn't think of a thing. And then the north wind said, "Don't you worry. I'm going to take care of that greedy bear tonight." Well, that night, Bear lay down by the side of the river, and while he was sleeping, his tail fell into the water, and then the north wind began to blow. Whoosh, whoosh. Let's be the north wind. Ready? Whoosh, whoosh. And when the wind stopped blowing, the water in that river was as hard and cold as stone. Well, Bear woke up because he felt a tug on his tail, and he went to flip it up. Nothing happened. So he started to pull on his tail. He couldn't move it. So he dug in his claws, and he pulled, and he tugged. Pop! Bear reached around behind. There was nothing there. And when he looked into that frozen river, there was his tail waving at him. He had pulled it completely off. Well, ever since that time, bears get enough to eat, not much more. They have to use their teeth and their claws. And ever since that time, bears go into their caves for their winter sleep. They reach around to pull that long, fluffy tail or to keep their nose warm. It's not fair, and now you know why. Chukelachimu, Kishaloke.